Hi there Pisces, it's Marie from the Tarot Shop here with your reading for the month of August. Two decks in front of me. This month I'm using the Spirit Messages and then also the Amber Moon Tarot. This is quite a deep, it goes in quite deeply, this deck, so it's interesting to work with. Well, good to work with, it's beautiful, absolutely stunning. But anyway, so we'll do that in a moment. Before, just a quick navigation through the whole video. This is the part where I'm going to do the tarot reading. And then I've introduced now the astrology part. Sorry, move the phone. The astrology part at the end of the video. And that's because I think it really helps to understand what's going on in the skies. It's a generic one. It's not specifically related to you, Pisces, although you have got something going on this month. But it's actually for everybody. And I've made that and it's attached to each of the videos, so it's the same message, but this is obviously for you. Now I always say this, if it doesn't resonate, please don't try and make it resonate, then it's obviously not for you. You should connect with it on some level, and if you're like, no, I don't feel that that's for me at all, then check out your moon or your rising. And that's because you're not just your sun sign, okay? There's the moon and there's the rising as well. If you don't know what they are, you can do a Google search for a free natal birth chart and find out what they are, because it's really helpful to have that information going forward. At the end of the entire video, so the tarot bit and then the astrology bit at the end, there's a little box up here somewhere that allows you to click on that link, and then you can go to the other signs as well. Both decks I'm using, details will be in the description, as well as that. If you do enjoy the video and you would like to support the channel, then there's a buy me a coffee page, so you just click on that, go through, and then buy me a coffee or a cup of tea, I don't mind. And as well as that, I think that's just about it. Yeah, okay, right, so let's get started, Pisces. So we've got it's always the way that dog wanted to come in there. As you'll hear him putzing around a little bit, but it's really important that I keep the flow as natural as possible. And, you know, children and animals, they don't obey any rules, do they? And he's wanting to come in, so in he is. Reach out. Okay, Pisces. This is for you from Spirit. You can see that this is the you and this is them. So it's saying, we know you're reaching out right now for help due to a current situation. Support is about as much about the physical act of accepting help where offered, as it is about the emotional benefits and learning that it's truly okay to accept support however it's presented to you. Okay, so hopefully that resonates. Let's see what these cards are saying. I know that you've had quite a bit going on. I mean, you've got full moons that I think this month, so that will be about everything coming to a head, everything coming to the surface. In a positive way, it illuminates our path. It's great for magic. Okay, we definitely wanted that one, and he wanted to say hi. Okay. So something's definitely on your mind. What is it? Pisces. I love that card because look at all those peacock feathers there around it. It's quite beautiful, isn't it? The healing, you see. Just give me a minute. I'm going to tune into these cards. Okay. There's something on you, because again, this is repeated. This message is repeated through here. Your head is bent and you're thinking and worrying about something. And your worrying is very much around I'm just going to... There's some situation here at the beginning of the month. It's heart sore, you know, it's something that's carried over. It's not something that's brand new. It happens at the beginning of the month and it's something you to fear. There's some healing here, and the healing is with regards to a heartbreak, okay, or not a heartbreak, something made you heart sore, and you're very much preoccupied with that at the beginning of the month. I do think it's about an anniversary or something. Yeah, I pulled another card. So I do feel that it's with regards to something. me just see what they're trying to say. There's an anniversary, a reminder, something like that. It's coming from the past, and that's how you begin the month. Maybe the beginning of August is, there's some kind of date there that affects you, makes you feel, and they're saying, look, we know that you are here. Okay, they are there to be able to connect with you. And yeah, because moving on through the reading, for some reason that's cropped up at the beginning. It can be very often that spirit just contact you and just say, we know you're feeling this, and actually we're still here. Okay, so there's something around that. And also, not necessarily that it's somebody that's crossed over, it's that they're coming over to hold your hand, give you a bit of a hug while you're going through something or coming to terms with something that has, you know, caused you a bit of sadness. So that's some reassurance from them. I know they're very determined to give you that message, weren't they? Yeah, so whatever it is, they're there, okay? Then you move on to the Princess of Coins, which says that there's an opportunity that's going to come through in the middle of the month here. No, earlier. About financial, how to earn money. So you're going to be presented, like, what can I do to bring in some more money that's going to allow me to take control of my life? You know, what it is I do on a day-to-day basis. What do I need to learn? So we've got some skills coming in here, some course or something like that, some education. You're learning something anyway, and the learning leads you on to being able to take care, take responsibility for yourself, be directive, be forceful. So you want to take charge and be empowered, and you know, so you've got the Queen there, and then you've got the Princess. Financially, I want to be there. I want to be doing what I want to do. You know, I want to be living my life for me, very much around that. That's the energy that you've got. And there's learning, so there's skills here, okay? Probably a course, and you've got the Hanged Man. So you are surrendering yourself to the universe, which is brilliant, because you are literally in the middle of the month. Oh, I feel it's a bit earlier. Stepping into this power of like, okay, I'm going to learn this new skill because I want to be able to take charge of my life, and I'm actually surrendering myself to the universe and what it does and how it takes care of me. So you've given up the fight as such, and you've decided to actually use this time and this experience or whatever it is to learn from it, and actually to move forward and take responsibility for your day-to-day business and also your financial side of things. So it feels there's a lifey lesson going on here, as I call it. It feels like that. And then the turning point is brilliant, because we've got here, look at this, we've got the High Priestess and the Three of Coins. So I think this is a financial thing, new job opportunity, learning a new skill. There's some way of earning money here that actually the High Priestess, then she comes in at the end of the month, and oh my goodness me, this is intuitive. This is she brings the High Priestess, just FYI, is the gatekeeper and the guardian to the other world, and she guards it fiercely. You know, it's about, if you really want to, you know, trust the universe and do all that sort of business, and yeah, I'm here for you. And she is, you know, when they say the veil is the thinnest between, well, that's her. She's the veil between the two worlds. And it would seem to me that spirit are very much reaching through, and at the end of the month they're presenting you with this new financial opportunity. And this is I call this the apprenticeship card. So it's very relevant that you've got the Hierophant, which is about education, and also about the Three of Coins, which is about the apprenticeship card. So I do believe that your time is now where you are going to be, you've dealt with that and you're dealing with that on it. I don't think that's an ongoing, and then you are moving through to this period of taking charge and learning and skills and courses or whatever it is, and it's all intuitively. I wonder if you're going to start doing something psychic, possibly intuitive, and my goodness me, are you off. The Eight of Wands is you are insanely busy. So healing, movement, acceptance, training, learning, skills, creating something new. a new way of earning, apprenticeship. So there's a new skill here that you do with regards to money and earning money. It's all being very intuitively. Maybe you're going to take something on that's very otherworldly, you know, to earn money. There's a connection there somewhere. And then the Eight of Wands is, I'm off, I'm so busy, don't hold me back. And that's the energy of, this could be around the full moon, couldn't it? I would use that. That is amazing. So some manifestation around the full moon, please. This is full moon in Pisces later on in the month. Okay, I hope that you found that helpful, Pisces. And as I said, if it doesn't resonate, if you think, I don't know what she's talking about here, then please do check out your moon and or your rising instead. And I will speak to you next month. Obviously, now you will hear my voice again in the pre-recorded part for the astrology. So without further ado, thanks very much for your time. And I will speak to you next month. Bye-bye. Hi, so this is now, we're entering the astrology part of the video. So whatever you've been listening to, your sun, your moon or your rising, this is now a collective astrology reading. It's the same video that's at the end of every single one of the Tarotscopes. And that's because I want you to try and think of it like, from an astrological point of view, these major events are happening in the skies during the month of August. And as a result of that, they can affect us all collectively, and some more than others. It depends what signs are involved. So there are, like, if you imagine that in the skies, there are meetings that are happening between one planet and a sign. So there's a planet and a sign, and they're meeting. And as a result of that, as I say, the energies become very powerful and very enhanced. So I've only picked out 5 here. And it actually, I've got some that are already happening. So I've got this sheet here, and I will leave this for you. So it's a downloadable one, so you can see what the major ones are. And the reason I do this, because I think it's really important to understand the tarot correspondences, because astrology and tarot are very connected. For example, you can see here that on the 6th of August, at the moment, we've got Venus, which is the Empress, in Virgo. And she stays in the Virgo until the 6th of August when she enters Libra. Now, this meeting is happening in the sky. The planet Venus, which is the Empress, which is all about nurturing, creation, harmony, abundance, growth, all those wonderful things. If you think of Mother Nature, it's all that kind of energy, is actually about to enter Libra, which is the sign of fairness and justice and equality and all those sorts of things. So the values planet, which is what do we value, what do we care about, what do we want to grow in our lives, you know, what makes us fulfilled, what would we like to create, then goes into this planet, it goes into the sign of fairness. So what you can expect there is it's a time for harmony, it's a time for balance and beautiful and meaningful connections. So beauty and then meaningful connections. So from the 6th through until the 10th of September, this is happening in the skies. And irrespective of what your sun sign is, you can expect to see some influences here in your life. And it's a good time to tap into this. So if you want some equality and fairness with regards to, I don't say you're growing a business, then this is something, or you're growing something, or you're very involved with your mother and you want something to be fair, or you know, if there's anything around the maternal role and also equality and fairness, then this is a really good time to work with those energies in your life. Okay, and then on the 11th of August, goodness me, listen to me. On the 11th of August, we've got Mars, which is the Tower card. So you can see you've got Mars sign here, because Mars and the Tower are the correspondence. So you've got Mars enters Cancer. Now, Mars is currently in Gemini until the 11th of August, when it then moves and causes disruption with regards to movement forward. So it delays things. It basically causes some disruption around moving forward too quickly. So you have to take action from your heart as opposed to pure willpower. So it's a good time to listen to your intuition. And that's the 11th of August through to the 28th of September. So it's going on for quite some time. There's lots of movement, but it's more along the lines of Mars brings in a little bit of aggression. You know, the Mars energy, the planet of Mars, it causes a little bit of disruption with regards to moving forward. So you'll find that you'll either want to get on with it and there'll be nothing stopping you, or you'll want to hold back. But it's all with regards to asserting yourself and using your willpower. So you've got that energy going on, and you've got something there. If you want to do this, so if, for example, you're determined, using your willpower to do it, then you can expect to cause quite a bit of disruption with that. So, and protect what matters most, because Cancer is all about your home life and things like that. So you can find, you might be very, a perfect example of this is it may be that around this time you become very protective and quite argumentative about your home environment and protective around what that means to you. So on a global scale, that may be something around protecting home and hearth. So, you know, that sort of thing. So then on the 12th of August, we've got the High Priestess, our lovely card of the moon. Now, this is quite an important time, actually, because we've got a new moon where we begin things. And I didn't print it off this time, but I've got a moon phases chart as well, a moon phases PDF, I think it is, or it's a document anyway. So it's attached to this, so you can have a look and see what it is. But new moons are always about beginning. Now we've got here a beginning, an intuitive beginning, because it's the moon, intuitive beginning with regards to empowerment and strength. And that's on the 12th of August, which is also a total solar eclipse in Leo. So this is an extremely powerful, because you've got Leo, powerful day for intuition, for beginning something intuitive. Okay, so listen to your heart, listen to your intuition, because she's going to make you more powerful and lead you towards more power in your life on that day. And then you've got the 23rd of August, which is where the sun enters Virgo. So the sun is currently in Leo, so happy birthday, Leo. And then it enters Virgo, and the sun is about, you know, it's about success and moving forward. And that then shines itself on Virgo, which is very much around introspective, looking within, quiet time, peace. So it's a wonderful time. After all that Leo energy and all of this eclipse energy that's happened here, we then go into a period of successful reflection. And that's a beautiful time, and it goes on for the whole of the month. So, and also you've got very much around organisation. What else have I written down with regards to that? So focus on reflection, organisation, self-improvement and practical plans. So after all of this action and energy, it's really quite a nice time to get busy organising your life, really. And that's a good energy to tap into. Now on the 28th of August, the final one here, we've got the High Priestess, so the moon once more, is in Pisces. This is always one that because I have a moon in Pisces, so I always think, oh my goodness me. So the full moon is where everything comes up to the surface. It illuminates everything in your life with regards to the Piscean energy. So it can be about relationships and dreamy and all the sort of like the visionary side of things. So you've got the moon, which is also very intuitive. So this is a very good time to basically intuitively let go of things that no longer serve you, to become very also in tune with regards to what the future may hold, because the moon, as you know, I always say, it is basically a time to an unexpected path will soon be revealed. So it's a wonderful time here. So you've basically got Pisces, the High Priestess, which is the moon in the moon, if that makes sense to you. So, yeah, I've got this little chart, so I'm going to pop it. So, time for release, healing, and trusting your intuition. So, you've got some super intuitive times happening this month. I've written these silly little pieces of paper because I forget what I'm doing sometimes. I have to make sure that I've got it all here. So, basically, these are the 5 key transits that are happening with regards to August. As I said, they don't necessarily, you know, this doesn't confuse your reading before, because this is extra. It's an added layer to tarot where you can go, okay, so what are the energies, the tarot energies that are working based on the fact that these correspond to the planets. So the Empress with regards to fairness. That's the first thing that you can expect to happen. I hope that's made sense to you. I do enjoy this, and I was very pleased actually that that you all seemed to enjoy it last month. So I really hope that it's something we can continue with. And as I said, we've also popped the August 2026 correspondences. It's called a correspondence, where you have the tarot card and the star sign. So the two of them they have the same energy, and I just think it's much better if you can see it with regards to the tarot cards. It kind of lends it a little bit more power when you are actually interested in tarot. It means more to me than if you say star signs. I'll be like, okay, I visualize the tarot card, and then it kind of gives it that added energy. Okay, so I hope that you've enjoyed that, and all that remains now is for me to say happy August. My goodness me, we've got quite a bit going on. Maybe do a little bit of a Google research onto some lovely magical things that you can do with regards to these eclipses. There are 2 this month. A total solar eclipse on the 12th of August, and that's in Leo, as we said, and a full moon and a partial lunar eclipse. Now, it says the 28th. I think it kind of goes, it depends where you are in the world. It's the 28th to 29th. So there's like a 24-hour window. That's the 28th of August in the UK. Okay, so I hope you found that helpful, and thank you very much for your time. I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.